Hey guys, it's Monday, I'm Nicole and you're watching Lesbswag. Hey guys, today the topic is long distance relationships, as you can tell from the past few videos behind me. Just a quick answer real quick, I do believe long distance relationships can work, and I don't know if I would be in one. Alright, so there are a couple things that, like, a couple of personality traits that if you have, you probably shouldn't be in a long distance relationship. First few I can think of are overly jealous, untrustworthy or untrusting, a need of physical contact as much as possible, and if you have a wandering mind or wandering heart, and what I mean by that is you don't feel like you can stick with one person. There are definite pros and cons of being in a long-distance relationship. I think some negatives are, you know, obviously the distance, you're not going to be able to see each other whenever you'd like. You're going to probably be attached to your phone and your computer and whatever other resources you guys have to talk to each other, and that can cause family and friends to be a little annoyed with you, like with your obsession of being always attached to your electronic devices. Also, what goes along with that is you may get so attached that you become less social. You stop going to certain events with friends, which I think is always going to be a bad thing, because your relationship may not work out. As perfect as you think it is, it may not work out. And those friends that you're blowing off, are they going to be there when your relationship ends if you have pretty much blown them off the past, you know, few months, few years, or whatever, however long your relationship lasts? I think there are definitely some pros to having a long-distance relationship. I think the depth in which you get to know somebody emotionally is, you know, a different type of connection than most people would have with a non-long-distance relationship, you know, just a regular one. I also think it can be really good to, you know, get to know somebody without the physical aspect of your relationship affecting the emotional aspect, and by that I mean, you know, the thing where everybody says sex complicates a relationship, which I agree with. I feel like if you are in a long-distance relationship, there are things that you can do to keep things not boring, I guess. What I would do is, you know, I have a list of things, possible things that you can do. You can listen to me, you don't have to listen to me, whatever. I think having Skype dates are always really cute. You know, watching a movie at the same time. I think making videos for each other is also really adorable, you know, just letting them into your everyday life. Even if it's just like what you do from the beginning to the end of the day, you know, your whole process. Just showing them around where you live. I think that's really cute, especially since they can't be there. It's nice to kind of include them in that part of your life. Make mixtapes for each other, because that is really adorable. It's also really nice when you can't talk to that person for whatever reason. You can always turn on that mixtape, you know, when they're not available, and sometimes it'll make you feel better. It'll also make you feel better if you're having a hard time and they can't come and cuddle with you. I think it'd be really cute if you sent somebody a teddy bear from like Build-A-Bear or something where you could record your own message, you know, just say, I love you, good night, whatever, so they can hear your voice whenever they want. There are a few things about long-distance relationships that you should remember or keep in mind, or, you know, whatever. Take into consideration. Honesty is always the best policy. Don't hide stuff from people you're in a relationship with, whether that's a long-distance relationship or not. That can include who you're hanging out with, where you're going, and then, obviously, be honest about your feelings. Long-distance relationship is a big commitment, and you don't want somebody to be, you know, false with you. Long-distance relationships take effort, like any other relationship. Sometimes I'd say long-distance relationships take more because you will have to sacrifice a bit, but you should never have to sacrifice your huge goals in life to be with somebody. You have to be willing to put your complete trust in somebody. You're not going to know what somebody's up to all the time. So you're going to have to be able to trust this person so that in your mind they're not off cheating on you when they're really not. When you're in a long-distance relationship, stay social. Like I said before, you may need those friends if your relationship doesn't work out. Definitely lay down a few guidelines. Make it clear how many times you want to talk on the phone, when you want to have Skype calls, what times are okay for calls. Figure out how you're going to deal with things like jealousy, because that's going to happen. even if you don't find yourself a jealous person, I feel like for most relationships, there's a jealousy factor. Especially in long-distance relationships when their friends can be around your loved one whenever they'd like, and you can't. So definitely discuss that together. You should also discuss how to balance friendships with your relationship. There should be a little give and take there. Talk about your expectations for the relationship and for your life in general, because if you guys ever do end up being physically together for a long period of time, not just visiting, you will want to make sure that what you both want out of life is compatible with the other. I guess that's my advice on long-distance relationships. Personally, I don't feel myself wanting to be in a long-distance relationship. I feel like that is something that takes two very special people with very, very special personalities. I don't know if I'd be successful in that. I did, for a while, have somewhat of a long-distance relationship. It started off as non-long distance. I dated a girl, for like 7 or 8 months, and then went off to college, dated her for another like 7 or 8 months or so. The distance, I would say, pretty much cracked the relationship, and that may just be because we did start out local, but I don't know. I feel like my personality type is I like to come home to my girlfriend. I like to make her dinner. I like to cuddle with her at night and listen to music and watch movies together. And I'm not saying that you can't do most of those things in long-distance relationships. I'm just saying, for me, I would like to have somebody who's here, but I'm not ruling out the possibility that I could be in a long-distance relationship. Alright guys, this is my second take making this video. I recorded it last night and it was just, I was dead. I feel like my personality's still dead right now, so I'm sorry for that. It's been a long couple of days, but yeah, so hope this one wasn't too boring for you guys. Next time you see me, I'll have all this hair gone. Finally getting it cut after 2 months. It's way too Bieber-like. I can't handle it. I really can't. I feel like there needs to be background music of him singing right now. Right. I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you next Monday. Bye.